What is it guys, welcome to another video, and today we are going to be talking about The Crew. Now, I'm just going to be talking about, what I think of the game so far. I can't give final opinions. I think that's the mistake I made with Horizon 2. I gave final opinions way too early. What you can see I've done here is I've put the FPS counter in the bottom right, just so you guys can see what FPS I'm getting on PC. This is the PC gameplay. I'm playing on the lowest settings because for some odd reason my PC, as good as it is, it has 16 gigs RAM, has a GTX 660, has an AMD FX 8350 clocked at 4 GHz, which if you didn't know PCs, that's a very good PC. But for some reason, even on the lowest settings, it drops to all the way down to like 20 FPS at times, and it makes the game near impossible for me to play on PC. So we're going to be talking about my performance woes. As you can see here, it's dropping now. We're just going to be talking about my overall just opinions on The Crew thus far. The PC and the PS4 game is what we're going to be comparing them against. This video is rendered out at 30 frames per second, so you won't see any difference from the 60 frames per second thing. So it's going to be rendered out at 30. So just keep that in mind as you are watching. So, what do I think of The Crew? As a game, it is great. It's one of the best racing games, tied with Horizon 2, that we've had in quite a while, to be fair. I think overall it was well rounded, and it was basically what the Need for Speed fans wanted from Need for Speed, but they could never deliver. In a nutshell, really. I was disappointed by the customization. I think that's somewhere where they really did, lack. But besides that, the actual game itself, especially on PS4, it's just phenomenal. If you are looking to buy this game and you can't decide whether to get it for your PC or console, get it for console. It runs so much better. It has a lot more people on it. Overall, it's just better. So that's my personal. That's what I personally suggest to you. As you can see here, frame drops everywhere. So yeah, that's the actual game over and done with. The actual game itself is phenomenal. The customization, I would say the car list again, it's short, not many tuners. The customization again, somewhere that was limited, and obviously missing specs. The game is basically half finished as well, which you got to keep in mind. Like, there's missing specs, there's missing this and that, so you got to keep that all in mind. But overall, it's solid. Like, it's a solid package for games nowadays. Again, I would wait till they add all of the features and stuff in, because otherwise you're going to be stuck there with missing specs like we are at the moment. So that's how I kind of feel about that kind of thing. The actual PC port, this is what the main thing I want to talk about. For me, it's been awful. It started off alright in the betas. Then I actually got the full release, and for some reason the full release didn't play as well as the beta for me. It's only using up 40% of my CPU, and then it jumps up to like 70. And overall, the PC port has been horrible for me. The game is near unplayable. I've kind of soldiered through it, and kind of dealt with it thus far. But even like there, I crashed out for no reason because of drops, and I think it's. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be just because of it's a Ubisoft game. It might be because the game wasn't coded well for PC and AMD CPUs. It might be because my AMD CPU isn't that good, whatnot. But overall, this game runs horrible, absolutely horrible, on my computer that I'm running. And I have pretty good specs. Like, besides my graphics card, which is I would say average or above average. Everything else is almost top of the range stuff. I mean, with the AMD, you can't expect top line performance, but this should definitely be competitive against some of the i5 processors, which is really not. And I don't know. I've had so many FPS problems. I've had so many gameplay performance problems. It's starting to be a bit of a joke. So my final verdict: if you have a build similar to mine with an AMD FX processor with a GTX 660 with 16 gigs of RAM, don't buy this game for PC. For me personally, it ran horrible. I know for many of the people it ran fine, but for me it's running absolutely horrendous. Definitely buy it for console. For me, this game is now a console game. I'm not going to bother try running the PC version anymore because I just get lag all the time. So I'm not going to come back to it till I move to Intel, which will be in the summer sometime, because I can't play it. It's impossible for me to play, as you can see right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did kind of have to rant a bit, and I'm sure many of you guys didn't agree with my opinion, but alas, we shall continue, and I'm just going to play the PS4 version basically. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you later. Peace.